U.S. Department of Health and Human Services found that 463,000 children were in the foster care system in 2009. Foster care children are not beyond our help. With the proper facilities, they can become viable members of society. With unlimited resources, we can have real change in our current system. I believe that foster care children are worth investing in. Today, I would like to discuss with you first some of the problems with our current system, then some of the solutions I think that we can have to fix those problems. And then lastly, I will tell you why I'm so passionate about this particular cause. The first problem with our system is that the children have no sense of community. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services found that 52% of children in non-relative care experience what they call placement instability, which means that in the first year of care, they've moved homes 3 or more times. In a situation like that, it's virtually impossible for these children to develop any sense of belonging, and they do not fare well in traditional society. The National Campaign to Prevent Teen Pregnancy found that by the age of 19, 48% of foster care girls had been pregnant at least one time. And the Foster Care Alumni of America says that only 2% of foster care children attain a bachelor's degree or higher, while 84% of them become parents. And a whopping 51% are unemployed, which is 5 times our national average. These children feel helpless and unable to affect real change in their own lives. And once they get out of the system, they're not equipped for the real world. Those are some of the problems. Now let's talk about some of the solutions. With unlimited resources, I would like to create something I call Hope's House. Some of the special features of Hope's include a school for pre-K through 12th grade, where we would employ only the highest qualified teachers. And we would offer our children the best scholastic opportunities possible. We would also have a state-of-the-art computer lab where these children have access to the latest technologies to help prepare them for an increasingly technological job market. Thirdly, we would have a working farm complete with livestock so that these children could learn patience and a great work ethic, and they would be able to grow their own food. And if there was surplus, we would sell that to the surrounding community very inexpensively so that the children could learn how to give back from what little they have. We would also have an automotive shop where children would learn how to do simple procedures like oil changes, tire rotations, very inexpensively again for the community so that they could learn how to give back. The focus group of Hope's House would be wards of the state, and once placed with Hope's, they would not be moved. Wards of the state are children whose parents have terminated their legal rights and the state has sole custody. Adoption prospects for most of these children are very limited. And this particular cause is very close to my heart because my husband was one of these children. My husband is well qualified to speak on behalf of foster care children. He was a ward of the state for 10 years, and he was switched through 20 different homes in that time. He spent 4 years advocating for changes in the foster care system for the next generation of foster care children. He was a keynote speaker for the Foster Care Parent Association, and he did congressional lobbying for the CAFE Act, which increased spending by billions of dollars for those kids exiting the system. He was the president of the Youth Advisory Board of Florida and offered real-world advice for the Florida Bar Commission on the legal needs of children. Our current system offers no way for these children to reconnect with the surrounding community. And with Hope's, I feel that we could better equip today's foster care children to become productive members of society. My husband and I believe that these children, with enough love and guidance, would be able to overcome many of the obstacles that this life has thrown at them. The future of our nation's children is not bleak. There is always hope. Pan the audience, please.
And applause.